Yeah, buddy. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Worldwide. We'll make you laugh. We might make you cry. We must certainly somehow, some way make you a better parent. I am your most fucking pissed off at the government host, Brendan. And this aviator wearing mofo is at my side once again.
Yeah, yes. It is I, your 16-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, non-jail filtered, quadruple distilled, your blend master of ceremonies himself, Tony fucking G. Back again on a third week in a row. Sounds like we're going to have another Angry Dads Worldwide. You just can't seem to catch a break. What's the deal? Who did you piss off?
Things were just going so well. I guess I was just bound to get kicked in the balls. Like I owe a shit ton of taxes, which is fine. Like I get it.
Yeah, being a business owner, that's kind of an expectation.
It is expected.
Yeah.
But the government is the worst thing ever to deal with. So I owe like 20 grand.
Ouch. That is a kick in the dick.
Oh, that's not the best part. I already paid.
Well, I would hope that's not the best part.
I already paid 4,400. And then I just paid the state almost 12.
Whoa. Woof.
So, you know, I don't really want to pay any tax, but that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a fuckload.
So, and don't get me wrong,
whole fuckload.
Folks, you're like, oh my God, he made like a ton of money. No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did okay, but I didn't not that much. So, which is fine.
Not enough to justify that.
There's nothing to do about it at this point, right? Like I can't. I'm not. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not optional. It turns out.
Yeah. So the really annoying thing here is, well, this isn't the annoying thing. So my tax preparer emailed me yesterday, said this is the final. You owe whatever 19 blah 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 to the feds and 12 to the state, 11 something states to the state. Okay, so like I'm asking him a bunch of questions, and then today comes and he's like, "Hey, we need to e-file. Like, we need to do this." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, whatever." Like, I'm busy. Like, I'm busy. So he's on me to get the e-file. So I digitally sign it, send it to my wife. She signs it, send it to him. Then he's like, I said, I'm just gonna pay the state, and then I'll payment plan the feds. He goes, all right, but just make sure you do it because there's penalties.
No shit.
If you don't. I was like, okay, great. I was like, well, I'll set up the payment plan when I get home. But I didn't, so I get home, I eat dinner, hang out with the kids, and like now it's 8:00. I'm crap, like I gotta do this. 7:30 really I started. So I get on there. Well, don't get me wrong. I wasn't happy about the fact that I owed all those taxes, but I understand.
Of course not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get online. I find the payment page to set up a payment plan. I have the money. I just don't really want to give it to them. But so
that's how you should feel. Yes.
So I'm going to set up the payment plan, and I click the sign in page, and it's a third party.
Oh, seriously?
Oh, this gets so much better. So
that shouldn't even be legal.
Well, they're tasked with verifying my identification.
For the government?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like the government should already
Oh yeah, as if the
You
government
know that.
everything on me. I mean, I was in the United States Coast Guard. I was a United States Border
Yeah.
Patrol agent. Like, especially me. Like, they have my fingerprints. Like
Yeah,
multiple.
you're as far in the system as it gets. Like,
Yeah.
what more verification
Like,
could
this
you
is
possibly
ridiculous.
need? So, where do you send the sperm sample to?
Oh
Jesus.
my god. So
And why is it my address?
yeah, why is- all of it. Sports. Um. So I'm like, I click the link and they're like, okay, sign in, create an account, all this stuff. Well, they're like self-service verification. So I'm like, yeah, of course, let's do this.
And it's a self checkout.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Yeah. So what do I have to do? I have to take a picture of the front of my driver's license, the back of my driver's license, and then
They have that.
of course they do.
What the fuck?
And then you have to do like this selfie where it just like flashes in your face.
Yeah.
Okay. So like that happens. And that you provide your social security number, and then like literally all of your information populates. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, cool. Yeah. So you confirm. Like I'm bouncing between my laptop and my phone and so you go through this whole process, which really isn't that long. It's like 5-10 minutes tops. Well, at the end of this process, they said now they ask for your social and then they run a soft credit check. Again, the credit card companies who have all of my information, right?
Yeah, every bit of it.
So they were not able to verify the documents and me.
How?
Oh my god. So I literally did this for the last hour and a half trying to get this bullshit to work so I could set up a payment plan and avoid penalties.
Well, yeah.
So the other option is like, oh yeah, you can set up to have a video call. I'm like, fine.
That'd be great.
I'm like, fine, whatever. Video call.
With fucking who?
I don't know. Some third party fucking guy from India, probably.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, fucking yeah. So I'm like, whatever.
Hello,
Yeah,
this is Tim.
yeah, fine, let's do it. Video call. They're like, all right, well, we need another primary document. So I go in the safe, I get my social security card, I pull it out, I take a picture, blah, blah, blah. They're like, okay, we'll contact you within 2 to 3 days.
Why? What more? You have to verify the verification?
I don't know.
This
So now,
sounds so sketchy.
so now I'm at a standstill. Like, so my tax preparer didn't get me this shit till the 14th. Now, is that his fault? No, not necessarily. However, even if he did get it to me on the 14th, say even the 13th, if it takes me 2 to 3 days to get verified, but by this third party company whose app, which I told them on their support page, is fucking garbage, yeah, it still wouldn't have been enough time. So not only did I annoyed that I have to pay all these taxes, but I'm super annoyed that now
well, yeah.
If I get penalized, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking mad.
It sounds like you legitimately got scammed by a Nigerian prince. Like, that's what it sounds like. This is so weird.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's right on the IRS website. You click on sign in and it brings you right to a third party page.
What the fuck? This does not sound legit at all.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so fucking annoyed. I almost called off the episode because I was like, I don't know if I can. I'm just so I want to fucking kill somebody right now.
Right. Well, no, that's understandable. I wouldn't be thrilled either. Getting scammed by the government on top of what's already a scam, essentially, taxes. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I when he sent me the numbers, I'm like, hey, what the hell, man? Good God, why do I owe so much? He goes, well,
Yeah.
there's this tax, there's this tax, there's that tax, there's this tax. If you would have made less than here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh God. New Hampshire is income tax free, but not for businesses. If
Oh.
you make over $109,000 in net profit, which technically I did, but it didn't go in my fucking pocket.
No.
It's not like I have $100,000 in my fucking bank account. It's not like, and even if I did, honestly, that's barely enough to live on and raise a family at this point.
No, it's not.
You're still like barely living, and which is so funny because even 10 years ago that was a fucking killer living. But like I don't have $127,000. I didn't take away $127,000 from my business. I literally like barely took what we needed for the month as we were living. So it's not like I'm living high on the hog here.
It's not like you should have to explain to the U.S. government how net profit works.
Dude, so fucking wrong. It's just it's ridiculous. And actually my tax preparer, he has a bunch of customers and he's like, hey, I have a newsletter. Can I use yours as a case study or whatever? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. He goes, I won't name you or your business or anything. I'm like, well, I'm going to talk about it on my podcast tonight. So fine. Exactly. I don't care. You can fucking name it all you want. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Do you have the option to pay your shit quarterly?
No, you have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you so that's the other thing. Like I have to go back on there and make a guest payment for my estimated taxes at least, so I don't get nailed. Because if you don't do that and you don't pay enough estimated taxes, you get penalized.
And that's the funniest thing about it. The tax bullshit is you have to guess, and if you get it wrong, you go to jail.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd.
Or you get fined more. Like, ooh, we know exactly how much, but we're not going to tell you.
I've been saying this for years. Get rid of withholdings, right?
Yeah.
And people would be pissed about taxes.
Yeah.
Like more people would be like, whoa. You want how much for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you like, oh, I owe the federal government, in the end, like, $23,000 in taxes. You're like, wow, that's a lot of money. But if you think about it, if you make a decent wage between Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and then some income tax, that's what you're paying.
Yeah.
You're paying 15.3%, I think is what he said to me. Which is basically like your employer pays another 15%, but you're paying that tax.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fucking absurd.
There's really no way
you don't get it
palatable. Yeah,
but you don't get it lump sum, right? Like everyone gets it weekly.
Yeah,
or bi-weekly, right? So, so it doesn't hurt as much because you're like, oh, well, yeah, that's that. But at the end of the year, if they were like, hey, give me 20 grand, you'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like, this is not cool.
Yeah, it's just gross. Like, and especially for someone in your situation who's a one-man operation, like the help that you have is contracted out. Like, it's just you're the entire workforce of your business. So you not only take care of all of the actual labor, you also have to take care of your bookkeeping. And then when Uncle Sam comes around, you get to bend over figuratively, metaphorically, and physically. Like, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if business were to slow down for me right now, I'd pretty much be done.
Ugh.
Because it's not true necessarily. Well, yeah. I mean, if business slowed to almost a stop at this point, right? Like I wouldn't be able to continue.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, yeah. How
I'd
would
be
you?
essentially at zero again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be using my, when I started the business, I was using a credit card to to just leverage that to buy material
Mm-hmm.
and to get jobs and pay off jobs and that type of thing. So, which worked because I paid the credit card and it worked. So
Yeah.
I don't
You
want
do
to
what you got to do to get up when you're an upstart. I mean,
yeah, I
there's
don't want
not a
to
lot of
go
options.
I don't want to go back to it,
Oh, fuck no. You shouldn't have to go take any steps back,
Yeah.
especially not when it's all because of the fucking government just wanting more pieces of the pie.
Yeah, that the idea that they have a right to my money for just
But they don't. Like, they
well,
don't.
well, they do. They claim they do anyway.
No, they don't. And it's the biggest lie that we've kind of had since the founding of the nation is we have a right to your shit. Like, but we're going to pretend that we have a whole bunch of rights for you that we're going to constantly violate, and then we're going to have a right to the first chunk of your money.
Well, since 1913, right? Like, because that's
Yeah.
when the income tax really cranked up. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yes.
It's yeah.
So I thought
There's
it
the American dream, folks. That's
I
what
thought
you're
it was
crossing the
going to be
border for.
happy and nice today. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, you didn't.
weekly rewind. I was like, wow, yeah, the last couple episodes were really angry. So I'll try not to be angry this episode. And then I spent the last hour and a half trying to fucking do this stupid ass bullshit. I was like, oh god damn it.
Well, that's what made me think of it. I just listened to that episode and I'm like, yeah, it has been a couple of just angry episodes. Like, oh, I'm sure it'll be lighthearted this time. Nope, you just get kicked in the dick again. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how you get violated next week.
Oh my god.
In the ongoing saga of fucking Brendan being treated like a fuck doll.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to up my markup on parts, I think, and maybe I think also I'm gonna have to up my labor rate just a little bit and try.
What else you're gonna have to up?
Yeah,
you're gonna have to upload your feet pics to OnlyFans to pay off these taxes.
Yeah, and then my brother-in-law and I started another business, so we're gonna try to maybe I'll try to focus on that one too.
Okay, I was kidding about the feet pics, but no, what do you guys call it?
Feet pics.
Oh, that's unoriginal as fuck.
Sorry. Belly button jelly.
Okay, I'm in. Sold.
I'm in. Where do I get it?
Yeah.
Is it to eat or smoke? What?
It sounds hot. Like I'm half erect.
Well, it's actually opals, lab grown opals. So people that do woodworking, let's see, make pens, rings, accents to, I don't know, whatever you can think of. Yeah. So we're just gonna have to start selling a bunch of shit and maybe sell one of the kids.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I would make sure that they know that, week to week that, hey, somebody's on the chopping block, so behave.
Yeah. Yeah. If you hear me utter the words, you're fired.
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
You have to sit.
You have to do the boardroom meeting at the dinner table.
Yeah. Yeah. Give him the pelican.
Yeah. I didn't like your tenacity. You need to show a little bit more courage. Tara for you.
Speaking of the kiddos, they piss me off too.
Oh man, you're just getting it from every angle.
So one night I was like, so the rule is no electronics in the room. I think we talked about this, right? Like, the Nook reader, whatever the fuck that thing is, the Kindle reader. But like no electronics. We just like no electronics in the room. Just go to bed. Well, one night I'm looking around for Maxwell's MP3 player.
Oh no.
Because I was like, oh, look, the kids' electronics are here, except for the MP3. Okay, where's the MP3 player? All right, so I'm looking around. It's not there. Okay. So, hey, where's your MP3 player? I don't know. It's over there on the charger. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not there anymore. Well, Isabel went over there and plugged in her charger, and it was there when she plugged it in. And then we left and did this thing, and then we came back. I'm like, okay, well, it's not there. So we like searched the house. Meanwhile, Jackson's already in bed. I swear to God, I heard something in that room, and I walked in, and I'm like, hey, where's Maxwell's MP3 player? I don't know. I'm like, okay. Like, I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Doesn't pass the smell test. This
No.
feels off.
It does. I wanted to drill sergeant. What did they call it? Like I forget, in boot camp, what did they call it? Like a black tornado or something like that, or where they come in and like they would just annihilate the barracks and like rip everything out of your
tossing beds.
Oh yeah, like they would just ravage the barracks. That's what I wanted to do to their bedroom, because I felt like he was lying to me. So I'm like, all right, not gonna do it. Well, a couple days goes by, it happens again. I'm like, where is that MP3 player? And oh no, the next morning. Oh, sorry, I skipped. Next morning, they said, oh, Maxwell. I said Maxwell found it in his desk. I'm like, you found it in his desk?
Curious.
Like, who found it in his desk? My wife's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, all right. I said, Maxwell, who found it in your desk? I think it was Jack. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So happens again. And I'm just like, all right. Fucking it happens again, and basically the same thing happens. It's like, oh, yeah, Jack brought it out. I'm like, no. Okay.
Don't know where it is though now.
So I said I come home for lunch one afternoon, and Maxwell is crying because he's trying to write this story, but he's extremely tired. He's very emotional. Jamie tells me that Jackson slept till like 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was like wait, like what? Like, yeah, slept. Yeah. So Maxwell's extra tired because he woke up at normal time, and Jackson, well, he slept till 10:30. He doesn't give a shit. And I'm like, no, it's because they were up all night listening to that freaking MP3 player. Because I looked for that MP3 player last night and it wasn't around. I almost set up my game camera in the living room.
Oh God,
that was so bad. I was so fucking.
Oh man, you are on a vendetta. Holy shit.
So Jamie looks at Max and was like, what were you guys doing last night? Why are you so emotional about this? Why is everything such a problem today? Were you listening to your MP3 players last night? And he's like, yes. He's a bad liar like me. So he just lets it out.
Instantly caves.
Yeah, he instantly caved. And I go, okay, cool. I said, you remember the other night when we were looking for your MP3 player for like the last 30 minutes? That night, were you listening to your MP3 player? Yes.
Oh God.
I said, who brought it in there? You or Jack? Jack. I'm like, that's what I thought. All right. So I went into his room. I'm livid. And I'm not livid because they're listening to music. I'm livid because he literally looked at me in the face and lied to me. Like,
yeah,
easily just was like, oh no, not me. Like, yeah,
it was not I.
It was not I, good sir. I was
I'm a little offended at the accusation.
yeah. So I open the door and I go, hey, I go, Thursday, I asked you where Maxwell's MP3 player was, and you knew exactly where it was, and you guys were listening to it that night, weren't you? And he's like, what? And I'm like, don't lie to me anymore. Just stop. I was like, this is ridiculous.
The jig is up.
Yeah. And he's, yeah. And you were doing it last night too. Yeah. I'm like, all right. God damn. So we already took TV away from them for a month. I don't even, like, we don't even know what to do.
That's the most fun part is when you run out of punishment because the punishment's not working and then
It
you're at a
won't work.
loss.
We're already
Like, what do I do now? Because obviously this doesn't matter. They're still just fucking
line up.
rebelling for no reason.
You're getting crotch kicks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Line up for swirlies, noogies, and Indian rope burns.
Yeah, like I was fixing something in my van. Jamie came out. She's like, "Yeah, what do we do?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm literally at a loss. I really don't know. We took away TV. We already don't do electronics in their bedroom. Yeah. So, they're homeschooled. So they're one of the things they need to do is a report on sleep, the importance of sleep.
Sounds like they're going to get an ace on that.
The unimportance on electronics,
Yeah.
and then if they think that they should be able to stay awake later, bedtime later, then that they need to
yeah.
So she said, do a report on all of this, and then you guys can make a presentation. And Jackson started putting up a stink. She's it's like, he's like, oh, what does it matter? You're not going to say yeah. She's like, you don't even know that. You don't know that. So, and then the best part of the story is that, so that was 2 or 3 days ago, and today Jackson walked up to my wife and said, hey, you need to bring me to the park. Alice and I are going to go for a walk.
Bam.
His girlfriend. She's like, excuse me? Like, you're grounded. You're not going anywhere. He's like, what? She's like, are you serious right now? He's completely unaware. He's completely unaware.
Yes, I can relate.
So this is the week. This is the week I've been having. I haven't been working that late this week, so at least there's that.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
I tried taking phone away from Stryker, my oldest, on Sunday.
Are you in your sleep?
No, this was the dumbest thing you could imagine. So it was morning. Lindsay went out for a walk, and she's usually gone for about 45 minutes. Well, he was downstairs playing a game, and she asked him, do you want to go with? He's like, well, I'm playing a game right now. So he's like, okay, whatever. So she left. And about 20 minutes after she'd left, here he comes upstairs, naked as a jaybird, because of course he is.
Yeah,
standard theme in my house. And he's carrying his phone. He's like, where's mom? I'm like, she went off for a walk. What do you mean she went for a walk? I'm like, she went for a walk. Did you want to go with her? Well, yeah. Like, well, you were probably still sleeping. No, I wasn't. She talked to me. I talked to her. And then he takes his phone and he throws it across the room. It like goes inches away from hitting one of our pugs in the face.
Ooh.
And bounces off the floor. And I am pissed.
Yeah.
Like, fucking pissed. And he doesn't understand that he's done anything wrong here. And I'm like, how do you not understand like why I'm mad about this? Like, oh, I was so fucking mad. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, the phone's gone for the rest of the day. So that lasted till almost lunchtime, where they were everybody's sitting down for lunch. There he is sitting at the fucking lunch table with another phone, a different phone,
What?
sitting there watching YouTube shorts. I'm like, do you not comprehend the punishment here? Like, this isn't just your phone. That's
Yeah.
all phones,
That's what he thought.
bro.
That's what he thought. It was just his phone.
Oh yeah, and that immediately upset him and just insulted him because "Oh, you said my phone. I don't care. That's not the point. You fucked up, boy. You done fucked up. So I just and it's like like how do I have to explain this to you? Like you're going on 10. You understand that this thing costs money. This is a privilege. A lot of your friends don't have this privilege. You're quite lucky to have this, and you're going to be such an asshole that you're going to throw it because you're upset that mom didn't. The conversation literally went. She asked him if he wanted to go with her, and he said, "I'm in the middle of a game." And he says the conversation went, well, I said as soon as I'm done with my game, I'll go with you. I'm like, I guarantee you did not fucking say that.
Yeah.
You probably thought it in your head.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. We couldn't hear it because obviously your head was shoved up your ass when you threw your phone. So, yeah, I was real happy about that. And it's real nice right now with me being gone like 4 nights a week that stupid shit like this happens on the weekends. And I have to spend half of my weekend like fighting with kids. Okay, see you Friday now.
See you Friday. Later.
So, but that also like here's the fun part. So, there was also an update on the Fortnite reporting each other bans and shit.
Oh.
So they keep doing this. It's still happening. That first one, he got a week. And I don't even know what it limits because he can still play the fucking game. He can still talk to people on like his friends on there, but there's specific restrictions that you can't do. He's up to a month now
Oh my
on
God.
what these restrictions are because it's the same thing. These two other dudes that he's friends with that play the game with him all the time, they're all just like in a circle reporting each other like little bitches. Well, and mind you, I'm pretty sure it's not mine doing most of this. I know which one is doing it the most, and it's gonna be the one that does not give a fuck. But so Sunday, it's late in the day, and all of a sudden, Lindsay went for another walk. She's been trying to like knock out a couple workouts a day, and Sunday we were done doing the shit I was trying to do. I was cleaning out stuff in the garage. She's like, I'm gonna sneak out. I'm like, okay, go ahead. And about 10 minutes after she does that, a, a car pulls up in the driveway. I'm like, oh shit, somebody's here to buy something. Because we, as we were cleaning out the garage, we were putting a bunch of stuff up on Marketplace for sale, bunch of old baby toys and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's probably what that is, but I don't know what. And all of a sudden, a kid gets out and starts walking up, and the car's backing out. I'm like, what? Oh, it's Stryker's friend. Okay, this is random. Does he even know? Oh, here comes Stryker out the house. And they both kind of look at me with this little grin. Okay. They walk in the house, and I'm like, so I call Lindsay. I'm like, did you know that he was coming over? She's like, yeah, he's been asking for a couple weeks. I'm like, okay, whatever. News to me. I don't care. She gets back. He hasn't been there very long. And all of a sudden, the dad pulls up in another car. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he just got. I'm like, okay, I don't know what's
He
going
was
on.
just here.
So the kid's still here. Now the dad's pulling up, right? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So he's like, hey, I need to talk to Brent. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go get the kid and send him outside. And so the dad and the mom aren't together. And apparently there was some politics being played by the kid.
Ooh.
He was over at the mom's, and his
Oh.
dad was like, no, if you're going to go somewhere, you got to, at least give me a heads up, say something. Because he's kind of in trouble because of all this reporting shit. Because that kid's got like PlayStation Plus that costs X amount of money a month or a year or whatever. And when you're restricted, your money's basically being wasted, right? So
Yeah.
he's pissed off at his kid, and he's now pissed off at his baby mama who just let the kid come over for no good reason. And he's also annoyed because he knows what's going on with these three, and they're all reporting each other. So he's talking to his kid. He's like, "But I told you I didn't. I just wanted you to give me a heads up before you came over here because I want to talk to his parents too about this stupid thing that's going on that you guys are doing." And so we're all having this. I'm like, and I told him I think this is fucking stupid. And I told the other kid that when we saw him in the Mexican restaurant the other night. I literally said to the other kid, "Hey, how about you stop being a little girl and reporting everybody?" I probably said it meaner than that. And you know what? His mom laughed and agreed with me. Yeah, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, stop being a little bitch.
But yeah, and the dad was cool with it. I'm like, no. He's like, I'm sorry, come over. You think I'm all? No, I get it. It's fine. And yeah, I agree. It's fucking stupid. You guys do that, and you're gonna have to make a new account. You're gonna be out money. Like, stop doing this. It's fucking stupid. Because I went on and blocked those two kids on there and said, until they learn how to not do this and be little bitches, they're gonna be on block, and you're not gonna get to play with them. He's like, "No, I think that's fair. I'm glad you guys did that." So everything was fine. And I'm assuming he's probably going to try to have this conversation with the parents of the other kid. And I'm like, that's going to go one ear out the fucking other. I wouldn't waste your time. Don't do that. I didn't say that, but if he does, more power to him. But it's just so stupid. I'm like, this is the way kids fight now. I'm going to report you on the online game for stupid shit that we're all doing. It's such a petty little thing. I don't know. I find it so silly.
Yeah.
And yeah, total waste of fucking money. So yeah, that was my fun on Sunday.
Yeah. So
yeah, he didn't get his phone back. So
yeah. Speaking of talking shit to kids, a while back, there was I called a child on this podcast a ding.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
Yeah. And the moms of our homeschool group keep saying that I called him a dick.
No, you didn't.
Thank you. I've listened.
We can verify that.
Oh yeah, easily. Like I went back. So one of the moms was like, no, like you definitely called him a dick, and I'm like,
no.
I was like, you know what? I was like, it's possible. So I'll go back and listen. So
no, because I was thinking you should have called him a dick, but you restrained yourself and called him a dink.
Yeah. So I listened to it again, and I'm like, no, I called him a dink. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what I thought. Now, the way that I called him a dink, I do want to like clarify that kid to me had always been very nice, very respectful.
Yeah.
But however, he was hurting my child. So I did call him a dink. But so my wife went to coffee. Yeah, I don't know if I should talk about this now.
You're gonna get her in trouble.
Oh God, I am. Yeah. Gee, I just thought of that. Either way, it doesn't matter. Everyone, like all the moms that I talked to, they basically were like, "Oh, hey, are we gonna make the podcast?" Like, because they like afraid that they do something wrong that they're gonna make the podcast. So
wait, hang on. You're telling me there's a bunch of moms listening to this?
No, not at all. They don't ever listen to this thing, but they're just like every time they talk to me, they're afraid that I'm going to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh,
they fuck up.
Well, I was about to say. I mean, hi, ladies. How are you doing? Glad you're listening in.
Oh.
We will. I promise. I will keep the ejaculate jokes to a minimum. Okay, I'm going to break that promise because I've already made two tonight. Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is I think the only one that originally listened to it was the one that the mom that called me out random. I mean, how random was that? Like we talked about her son, listen to the episode. So yeah, but yeah, so recently another mother was told like, oh hey, don't talk like that. You'll so basically my wife and a bunch of the homeschoolers, they were talking, and someone said something about you'll end up on the podcast. So so one of the moms listened to the podcast, and she's like, no, you called him a dick. And I'm like, no, like
No.
so literally I with Jamie, my wife sitting right there, I went back on that and I'm like, and I pulled it up on my phone and I was like,
Yeah.
and it was dink. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I was like,
I
honestly,
think
honestly,
the problem,
I was
I
really angry.
know.
I was really angry, and because he was hurting my child, and I was I did refrain,
I was
restrain.
gonna say, in
Was
terms of
restraint.
reaction to your son being fucked with,
Yeah.
like that's a pretty minimalistic reaction. Like that's a lot of restraint. I think the issue here is you're dealing with I could be wrong about this, but you don't have as thick of a New England accent as the people that you're talking to, so maybe they couldn't understand you.
That could be. That could be. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
You fucking dink.
One of them. Oh, what was the mom? The mom did something, and she's like, "Oh God, don't talk about that on the episode on your next episode." And I'm like,
We
like, you
won't
don't.
name you.
I'm like, I don't think you even listened. So I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. Okay. No, you have to tell us what she did now, because
I don't even remember. I don't remember what it was. I was just like, she's like, is that going to end up on the episode? I'm like, no, I don't know. No,
I want to know.
I can't help you. I don't remember.
Man.
Sorry.
Well, now we got a big fucking mystery. This is gonna be just hanging over my head. Thanks a lot.
Well, for any of those moms that might be listening, I called them a dink. Go back and
no, it's. I don't even know how to confuse it. Like it's kind of spelled the same way. It doesn't even sound the same thing. Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
People hear what they want to hear. I think that's what it boils down to.
I thought it was pretty funny that Chris Green didn't know what a dink was.
Well, he's an innocent minded, just sweetheart. So that's
I guess yeah,
adorable.
They don't call people dinks in Texas. You remember Spaceballs? Dink dink. Dink dink.
Good.
Dink 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 dink. Dink 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 dink. What is the Mel Brooks's
yes.
character? Yeah.
Well, he's got a couple in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so fucking good.
Yep.
We need to. We're gonna speaking of Chris, we're gonna do TV shows at some point. But yeah, we need to do comedy movies also.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the all-time classics. It's just so good. And obviously Blazing Saddles too.
Oh, of course. Yes.
I mean,
yeah, we could just do Mel Brooks.
Yeah, no shit.
yeah. It was so funny. We were our friend group, which is quite large, was doing movie night, and we were talking to the dads, and they're like, oh, we're thinking about doing Spaceballs, and I'm like, it's got some language in it, like
a little bit.
Yeah. It's not, it's not like sexually suggestive necessarily.
Yeah.
But it's definitely got some language. And the one that made me laugh the most, I think, in that, I mean, I love that movie. But when the black guys were combing the desert, first of all, so literally,
we ain't found shit.
But they were using a pick. I don't know if they're using a pick
because it's already a crazy, stupid, fucking hilarious visual of comb.
Mel Brooks,
the desert.
Yeah,
but Mel the Brooks, black guys are using an Afro pick.
that's the Blazing Saddles joke right there, right? Like, I mean,
Oh, it's
that's such a
brilliant.
that's such a racist joke. It's
It
so
is, but that's a joke on top of a joke on top of a joke.
so good.
It's so good.
So
That's
good.
just great writing.
Yeah, and yeah, yeah. Have you found anything? We
We
ain't
ain't found shit.
it. And
Oh, it's
they're
so
using a
good.
pick which is like 3 foot long.
Oh,
Oh,
it's great.
yeah, yeah. And then I'm surrounded by assholes, and so it's so funny. Like we watched all these shows when we were growing up, and uh and again the dads were all talking about it, and one dad was like, oh well, we watched it on like cable, so they like bleep most of this stuff out.
Yeah,
I'm
all the
like,
good stuff.
yeah, and they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I
I mean, they
God, it's a
still said
couple.
we ain't found, and then they would bleep out the shit, but
Yeah,
but
or dub over with the worst
yeah,
dubbing.
we ain't
Doesn't
found
match at all.
that.
We ain't found crap.
Oh man.
It was like a couple years ago. I remember one of my relatives who's I how do I describe this? Prude would not be the right wording, but I don't know. It's hard to describe. So she posts about how she was trying to watch the Weird Science movie from the 80s,
Oh,
or early 90s, whenever that came out. She's like,
yep.
"Oh my god, I was watching this and I can't believe just how filthy this movie is now. So many years later, I didn't remember it being so smutty." I'm like, "Is it really? Oh, come on, you're just being." And I'm like, "Okay, but this. Oh,
Yeah, it was totally smart.
yeah,
So-
okay, yeah, it's okay. That's fair. If you're prude, yeah, that's probably a pretty smutty movie. Now that I think about it, but there's a lot of movies like that from that era.
Oh, the 80s
All
were
of them.
full of those movies.
Yeah, Caddyshack, Meatballs. I mean, any gratuitous nudity was just
Oh yeah. Yeah,
shoved down your throat. Like, I mean, and because they knew that was gonna make preteens go to the video store to rent the movie.
yeah.
Not that
Weird.
I would have done that.
That was so great. Chat. Chat.
Speaking of a movie I watched for the first time in a really long time, a couple weeks ago, I had not seen in probably 25 years. I don't know, maybe less. Armageddon. When was the last time you saw that?
Probably since the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I couldn't believe that one actually kind of holds up. I was surprised. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't seen this. Yeah, probably since like a year or so after it came out. That one surprisingly holds up. Like you would be amazed. And now
Yeah,
like that Bruce Willis is like dying. I'm like, oh, it's even more nostalgic.
I didn't hate that movie, and I didn't. I think it's mostly just the Aerosmith song that
Yeah.
makes me despise it.
Don't want a cloud in my
Because
house.
as soon as you said the words Armageddon, I was like, that's
Yeah,
the thing that
Aerosmith.
popped in my head. Yeah, is there
Yes.
that song? Because they
Oh,
overplayed the
yep.
shit out of that fucking song.
Yes, absolutely. Holy crap. That is no kidding.
Yeah. So
Because you don't think of the movie, you think of the fucking song that they
instantly you were like Armageddon, and I'm like, oh god, Aerosmith. Whoa.
No, yeah, I was surprised how well that one held up. Young Ben Affleck and fucking Steven Tyler's daughter. Jesus.
Yeah, and then
She wasn't she was probably the worst part of that movie, honestly.
oh, I didn't. It was just okay. It was like
I don't
the dude,
know. I didn't believe it.
the dude from Green Mile and Buscemi.
Yeah, Buscemi was perfect in that.
Yeah, he was pretty funny. And then yeah, I forget what that Michael Clark Duncan.
Yes, that is it.
He was great.
I forgot Owen Wilson was in that.
He was.
Yes, he was. I completely forgot that he
Was he the
was.
gambler? Was he gambling? Was that the guy?
Yeah, he dies once they hit the fucking asteroid. Like they crash land. That ship does, and he's toast.
Yeah. Okay.
God, there's
I don't
big
remember.
cast actually. God, the other guy, I can never think of his fucking name. He's in a ton of movies.
Yeah.
He was in that. He was in fucking Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. Fuck, I
That's
can't
what I
think.
was thinking. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't think of his name. He's in tons of shit though. But yeah, that was one of those movies like you watch it to the end. It was I was in a motel and it was on. We watched it and like man, this one hits really hard when you're much older and you're a parent because like this is heartbreaking. Holy shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
this hits so much harder. Oh my god, I'm such a pussy now.
So the question: Ben Affleck a bad actor?
No, I don't think he is. Um, I think when you put him in the right role, he's a fantastic actor. When you put him in an average to below average role, he's fucking horrible. Um, because when he knocks it out of the park, he really does. He's fucking phenomenal.
Did you see The Accountant?
It's funny because I just asked my guy I'm rooming with. I'm like, is this like Jason? I didn't know there was a one. I don't remember seeing previews for the first one, but apparently there's an Accountant 2 coming out. And I'm like,
Oh,
is the
really?
first one? Yeah. Like, is there a first one any good? Is it like Transporter, but with Ben Affleck? Yeah, kinda, but he's more of like a hitman. I'm like, okay, might be all right. Because
It's
yeah, when he's good, he's great.
not bad. Yeah.
I don't know. I just it's got to be the right role with him. Like he was really good in Armageddon. I fucking loved him in Dogma, but I just love that movie because
Yeah.
it's so good. Um, God,
Was
he did.
Carlin was in that movie, wasn't he?
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was a home run on that one. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Um, Daredevil was fucking horrible, but I didn't think he was that bad in it. But it was a horrible movie.
Was he a horrible Batman?
You'd be surprised. I thought he was. I thought it'd be worse. That movie was just trash. Most of the DC movies are, but that one was especially trash. But he wasn't god awful. He was better than Rest in Peace Val Kilmer. I'll say that.
I didn't like. I didn't think he was any worse than Clooney, or
He was way better than Clooney. I'll say
I
that.
would say, or Keaton. No, like even Keaton. Like I don't know.
Keaton gets a lot of nostalgia praise because
Yeah, but
it was the stylistic
mean
shooting.
he
in
was
those
better.
movies.
That does not mean he was better.
No, that's true. I mean, because stylistically speaking, there are people that would have been better as Bruce Wayne in those movies than Keaton would have been. But it was the style of shooting. Tim Burton, the way he shot those movies, the tone, the theme, everything. Like that's why they were so successful. I don't think it was Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
But
I didn't
Michael
really.
Keaton and the other guys, which I just watched last night, was fucking incredible.
I didn't really care for. I didn't really care for any of the Batman movies, to be honest. So, yeah.
The originals were
Hard
the
for me to.
best.
It's hard for me to judge because I really didn't like any of them. Although,
Yeah, if it's not your cup of tea, it's hard to grasp
yeah,
on.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna put judgment on anybody because I just like all of them. I was like, although Christian Bale was okay, and
I thought he did very well.
yeah,
I really liked his
yeah, but then
interpretation.
other than that, I'm just like, meh. I don't really care.
I have not watched the one with the dude from the Twilight movies yet.
Oh yeah,
Everybody says it's good. It's just really long and it's really slow and plotting. It's like a detective film noir type
I
movie.
won't like it. Fuck that.
So I'm like, I think I would like that. So I'm like, I'll check it out. I'll give him a chance, but I don't know. He's never impressed me.
Yeah,
George Clooney is fucking horrible. Batman and Robin is one of the worst superhero movies of all fucking time, and it's like it's way down there. 'Cause that movie, And because I watched that in the theater when I was a kid, and I
I
thought,
did, I did too.
it
Yeah.
was meh. And I tried watching that again, like probably 15 years ago. It's so much worse than I remember. Oh my god, I don't know how anybody let that thing see the light of day. It's so fucking bad.
Who was Robin? What was his name?
Oh,
God, I can picture his.
oh
I can
man,
picture his face. I can't.
It's Chris something, isn't it?
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm gonna look. Batman and Robin cast. It's no. What are you doing?
Ah,
Don't don't go to Reddit. Clooney, Thurman, Schwarzenegger, Chris O'Donnell.
that's him.
Yes,
Yeah,
Alicia
he,
Silverstone
he,
was in that.
he
Yeah,
was famous back then. Yeah,
yeah. He didn't. I don't remember him doing a whole lot after that.
yeah.
Yeah, no, those. Yeah, the once I got rid of Tim Burton, that series basically went to trash. It no, so fucking bad, so bad.
I forgot Val Kilmer was in there.
And honestly, he wasn't terrible as Batman. It was just such a jarring difference in tone shift because Tim Burton has such a specific style that when they went to from the very very strict comic style dark gothic vibe that Tim Burton has to the overly colorful flashy campy style they went to with Batman Forever with Jim Carrey and fucking Jack Nicholson. No, 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 not Jack Nicholson. Sorry. Jesus. Why am I blanking on this? Because Jack Nicholson was Joker in the original. Why can I not think of his fucking name?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
remember.
my god, that's gonna drive me nuts. Two-Face was
Oh,
played by
Aaron. Oh no, that was God, that douchebag. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee. Tom,
Batman Forever. Yeah. Oh, the Tommy Lee Jones.
yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
Wow, why could I not think of that?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
dude.
it was so bright and like it looked like a neon sign. It was just so different. That's what threw people off. Because Val Kilmer wasn't terrible as Batman. I don't know. It just yeah, such a tonal shift. And I think that's another thing you've got to when you take a franchise and you start like recasting and you start playing with different producers and directors in the middle of it, like you're doomed to fail. Look at fucking Star Wars as a whole right now. It's never been worse. It's so bad. Like, and Star Wars fans are some of the most toxic people in the world. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, because if
holy
you don't
crap!
do exactly what they want, they'll fucking murder you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's always been the problem. And I've made the argument many a time, like when the prequels came out. Well, you're going to have some differences because the special effects have changed so much in between the original trilogy and the prequels came out. Obviously, it's going to be different tonally, but it was still George Lucas doing the movies. So at the heart of it, it still fit the theme, the tone, and everything. Problem was the sequels when Disney bought it. It didn't matter what they did; it was always going to fail because everybody since Return of the Jedi came out, had they done episodes 7, 8, and 9 in the late 80s, early 90s with the original cast, it would have been fine. But we waited, 30-ish years to put out sequels. And even if you bring in the original cast, it doesn't matter now because everybody who has watched the original trilogy, played with the toys, made up their own scenarios in their head while playing with the toys for fucking years upon years upon years. And now nothing could ever possibly live up to those expectations. It's just impossible. It was always going to fail. It was one of those things that, yeah, you can do it. It's just, it's not going to be good no matter what you do. It could be perfect. It's still not going to be good enough. You can never reach the expectations that people put on something like that, and then they oversaturated the market, and they basically shot themselves in the foot over and over and over again. It's just such a what a waste of money. I don't know what, I can't remember what the price tag was that they paid him, but yeah, what a waste of fucking money.
I
It's the
don't know.
same
Like
thing with the
I
Marvel movies right
I
now.
think the only one I haven't seen is Solo.
It's terrible. It's
I
fucking terrible.
I like what was the one before that? But I didn't think they were like they're not unwatchable. If the like as a movie, it's fine. I don't know. Like I don't I
It's not the
but
script that's the problem. It's the well, with the sequel trilogy, it was you had J.J. Abrams, who took the opportunity with the first one, Force Awakens, to kind of reboot, a soft reboot, but a continuation in the form of a reboot, and basically remade A New Hope with the Force Awakens.
yeah.
And that's fine. Okay, sure. You get the ball rolling. Okay, I guess that's fine. Problem was they changed directors then, and they gave the next one to Rian Johnson, who took all the concepts that J.J. Abrams had started with, threw them all out the fucking window, and decided, hey, I'm gonna pretty much scrap everything you were gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do now. And this one looks visually, that movie is breathtaking, has so many great visual spots, but the story, nothing happens. So much happens, but fucking nothing happens. And there's side quests for no fucking reason that just waste time while like everybody is just like waiting on pins and needles for it's mind-boggling. There's so much wrong with it, and you're like, "Ugh, okay, but if that's the direction we're going in, I guess that's the direction we're going in." And I was like trying to hold out hope and like wait until the whole thing came out to really judge it as a whole. And then the original guy they got, because they weren't going to have Rian Johnson come back and direct the third one, it was somebody else. And then after that one was a disaster, they brought back J.J. Abrams, who undid the undoings of. So it was just such a disaster. And then the third one was so bad because plot points had to be completely undone and redone. It was just a disaster. I've watched it once in the theater. I haven't watched it again because it was so fucking bad. I just as a movie, it's fine as a standalone film,
Yeah. That's what I'm
and
saying.
they're all that way.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't really know the story per
Star
se.
Wars.
So I don't really know the story per se, so I'm just saying like watching the movie, it's entertaining.
Yeah, no, they are entertaining movies. That's the thing. Like, if you took them all and put them all by themselves, and you had someone watch them, like, okay, no, yeah, this is fine. But when it's such a mega franchise as Star Wars, and you know going in, the expectations are going to be so high that you can't just pander to the audience, expect that to work, because they weren't even good at doing that. The pandering they were doing was almost insulting, like on so many levels. So it was never going to work the way they did it, and that's mostly because the expectations were never going to be met, but also because it was such a disaster behind the scenes. They wanted to. The goal was to make money off of it, not to make something enjoyable, because they all had their own ideas.
Yeah.
It goes back to the fan idea. Everybody's a fan. Well, the people who bought it were fans, and they had their own ideas too when they were kids. Problem is, they got a chance to actually take them and make the movies. And turns out those ideas were not the fucking good ones. So, like, the biggest problem is, like, you have, like, in the second sequel movie, Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker goes to assassinate his fucking nephew because he had a bad dream that he might turn evil. Never mind the fact that for the entire movie of Return of the Jedi and the original trilogy, Luke Skywalker refuses to give up on his father,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
was the most vicious, murderous bastard in the galaxy for decades, who slaughtered children.
And cut off his
But he
head.
didn't give up on him. But yeah, had a bad dream about his nephew once. So, well, I got to kill him.
Yeah.
And then goes into exile and hiding for decades. Like, it was so. none of it made sense. None of it was true to the fucking lore. And
Because he learned.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, when you take a franchise and you fumble it, it's. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Got the AC behind me.
Can't hear it.
I'm good. I'm ice cold. I'm I'm dripping.
Old.
So I've got. I promised I'd have something this week,
Oh, all right.
and
Cool. I was about to end it because I was just so fucking mad. I've got to dish over another 5 or 6K to the IRS.
oh, in addition, like just
Oh
since
yeah.
we've been recording, they just tacked on more.
Oh no, yeah. Because my quarterlies are due today too as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah. So yeah. So just to tack that on. Also, like,
wow.
yeah, just gotta throw them 5K for no reason.
Oh, damn. Glad I'm
Hey,
making a
after
couple
what
of
you
these.
should own your own business. It's so awesome.
Yeah, you're making a strong case for it. Like, just sounds awesome.
Well,
Wow.
I just gotta say it's a good thing that I don't like spend money like it's going out of style. You know what I mean? Because I'd be fucked. I'm telling you.
No, you are getting fucked. I mean, that's for
Oh
sure.
yes, but I mean, I'm just saying that I would not be able to continue being in business if I were like just a crazy spender.
Yeah. No, that's true. No more supersizes.
Yep.
No more Starbucks for you in the mornings, mister.
There's no combos.
All right. I pulled this up earlier today and I didn't really look at it because that's just not my style. We
You
learn
roll.
together
Yeah.
in the moment. This is from parade.com. And it's a list of 175 hypothetical questions. I'm obviously not going to read that many,
God.
but
Are you sharing or are we just talking?
we're well, let's see how these go. I don't know what to expect. I didn't preview these at all. So
Oh.
uh, this says it's the list of parade.com, the list of the best hypothetical questions. So
Okay.
here's number one. We'll go through a few of these just to gauge this. We can always come back to it another time. Number one, if you had the chance, would you want to be pain free for the rest of your life?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's the question. It's deep.
Uh, yeah, like I don't know. I don't
Like, I feel like is this like some kind of trick question where
know.
like, okay, you can't feel pain, but your body still breaks down when from the injuries.
Yes, but I
So
like my feet and knees not to hurt anymore. Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah,
That'd be fun.
I'm still inclined to say yeah. I fuck yeah, bring it on. That'd be great.
I don't.
Um, yeah, coming out strong, parade. All
Yeah,
right.
bit of trick question.
Number two, would you take $70,000 a week job offer where you get paid to sit in a pitch black room and do nothing for 20 hours a day?
Probably not.
Yeah, no, you would literally lose your mind.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and that's not like hyperbole. Like that would literally drive you insane.
yeah. That's what I said. No, not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
no, I don't think I could do that. No. Number three, what would I hear if I asked a group of people who know you for 5 adjectives to describe you?
Mm. First one would be bonerific.
Yes, bonerific. This was right on the tip of my tongue.
It was, yeah.
Obviously.
It's so wrong.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh, um, I don't know. You'd have to ask those people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What do I think I would hear? Well, I don't know. Probably asshole. Thinks things are funny, but he's actually just annoying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not exactly deep.
First of all, one of them would be Normie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That no, all five would be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't ask the group chat. Okay, let's try this one. Which place on the planet would you never want to live, and why?
I don't know. Antarctica, probably.
That was that was kind of my first thought, like
Yeah.
where it's freezing fucking cold,
Yeah.
or
Fuck that.
like maybe Australia, because I'm either going to get murdered or raped by one of the various monsters they have down there.
Did you just say Australia?
Well, yeah, they've got like dragons and kangaroos and shit. Like, there's so many monsters and ways you can die there. Fuck
There,
that.
there's actually, yeah, the 12 most deadliest snakes are in.
Yeah. See? Not even like the mythical weird ones that fucking place has. Just the regular old snakes will fucking kill you there. Screw that.
Well,
At least in Antarctica, there's no snakes, I don't think.
the
Are there
tree
fucking
snake
ice snakes?
jump down and bite your ass. Yeah. When I went to Australia, I was like 17, 18, and we got off a like a gondola, and there was this fucking like giant spider. Like
Oh no.
so people that can't see it, I'm like show them the size of my hand, right? Like
It's the size of your head.
yeah, it was like 5.5, 6 inches long, and they're like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's the spider that will like it won't do anything to you. It doesn't even bite. But then
Doesn't matter. It exists, and I'm scared now.
but they bring us around the corner, and they're like, that spider right there, that'll kill you. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
No. What?
And it was tiny. It was the size of a nickel.
For God's sake.
Yep.
So stomp on that. Okay.
Just stomp on every spider. Just fuck
Yeah,
them.
no, all of them. Fuck those. Okay, well now I'm scared. Thanks. Number 5. What? Which famous person's body would you take over if you were a zombie?
John Stamos. What?
Oh fuck, good answer.
Sorry.
Oh damn.
I just threw that out there.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
But what does this even mean? Which famous person's body would you take over if you were? That's not how zombies work.
Yeah. Is this a woman? Who wrote this article?
Was this fucking Swan? Did Swan write this shit?
I love the fact that you can't say her name right.
Yeah. Nobody should. What would your first reaction be if I told you that you had failed? What?
Okay, I would ask you, failed in what?
So my statement draws a question from you, like I'm the one on trial. Interesting response.
Yeah. Oh, answer a question with a question. Really
Yeah, real dink move there, Brendan.
nice. Well, I
Would you rather forget about yourself or forget about someone else? What?
yeah,
Forget about yourself.
these are not geared towards.
I'm gonna pick someone else. That's not that deep. Will you be able to give up 30 years of your life in exchange for allowing a stranger to die?
What the fuck?
Okay, that got dark.
This is crazy. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, what? Like,
No.
fuck that guy. He's probably an asshole.
I don't know him. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know him. Okay, number 9. Would you take something that removes your body's need for sleep if it was given to you? Oh, yeah, I think I would. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I think I would. I'd get so much pointless shit done. Like, not even like I wouldn't even utilize that time for good. It'd just be like more memes. Like,
A lot of masturbation.
yeah, oh yeah.
I
all of it. So much
I already
chafing.
work till midnight, so I, mean, I feel like this is not a stretch for me.
Yeah. Okay, let's end on 10 because this so far is very deep.
Yeah.
Would you rather have to say? Would you rather have to say anything that comes to mind all the time, or never have anything to say at all?
That's the dumbest fucking question I've ever heard in my life.
Uh,
Oh, I'm
are you
sorry.
sure?
That,
Because we could go back a few, and I think you could stack up.
that was still pretty fucking stupid. Jeez.
Like, I guess I would not want to have anything to say because most of the intrusive thoughts coming into my head are not something anybody wants to hear because it's probably about how stupid they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty honest
Yeah.
to a fault, so I pretty much talk about everything in my life.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything, not everything, but pretty much everything. I don't know.
I don't know. Those are like these are deep, but like are those deep or did like
I feel like
Lifetime
feel like
movies
someone's
just say
trying.
they're deep? Yeah, who wrote this? Marin, jeez, I can't. Marin Lyles.
Told you it was a
I
woman.
don't even know if that's a female or a male. I probably shouldn't have.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Their
Oh, it's a
pronouns.
girl. It's a girl.
Their,
Okay.
their pronouns don't matter.
Yeah, no, there's no pronouns here, so you'd be proud.
Oh,
Marin is a home and travel expert who's covered everything from the best robotic vacuums to the worst remote destinations around the world. She's also the founder of Connected Content Co., an SEO and creative content agency that's done work for Reader's Digest, HGTV, Walmart, Better Homes and Gardens, and others. When she's not writing, you can find her working on her latest home DIY project, out for a hike, or dancing around in the house to 80s jams.
cool.
There you go.
Yeah. That was wonderful.
Yeah, that sucked.
Well, I
Thought
mean,
these were going to be like profound.
yeah, they were.
If you were a zombie, whose body would you take? Have you never seen a fucking zombie movie before, lady?
This is Body
Not how
Snatcher.
zombies work.
Yeah, Body Snatcher zombies. Like this is
Yeah,
the new kind of zombie. What are you trying to get at?
Oh my god, there's a fucking TikTok account I follow. It's these two guys, and it's some of the best comedy sketches. I can't describe it. It's just so sincere. And one of the sketches was a guy, they're playing like Would You Rather, and his Would You Rather scenarios are the worst thing you could imagine. Would you rather like have to decapitate 3 kittens and then eat the bodies, or get $100? Well, obviously we're gonna take $100. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Yeah, you okay?
okay, but
Weird.
it's so fucking awkward.
Oh my god.
I don't think you know how the game is played, Curry.
Holy shit. All right, so
Hopefully we're able to at least distract you from your tax evasion.
I'm not evading it. I'm paying it. Fuck.
Yeah, you should evade it.
Unwillingly, but I'm paying it.
Yeah, well, it's non-consensual.
And I'm sure I'll get penalties. I have to fight because of this BS. So
Yeah.
can't
At least
wait.
you got something to look forward to, yeah.
Yeah, another episode of me being angry.
Yeah, plot thickens. We're going for 4 in a row, folks.
Yay! All right, Tony, where can people get all of you?
You can find me over at the Big Buckin' Empire on Facebook. We've got the Android the Giant 6th annual beer drinking challenge coming up next month, like 4 or 5 weeks out. Event page coming soon. I just got to verify schedules with, the boys and most importantly, my wife. You can find me over at Hazard Analysis eventually someday when we do that again. Over at the KOE Nation, doing drink reviews. you can find me on Decoding the Unknown, paranormal mysteries, conspiracies, etc. Just dropping slowly episodes. We I think we're recording a new one tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Of course, you can find me on the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, and especially this week, we've got WrestleMania coverage coming up, previews, predictions, reviews, results, and all that. So definitely check that out this weekend. But most importantly, specifically, you can find me right here at Dad's Worldwide.
Most consistently.
Most consistently, for sure. Hands down.
Nothing else.
Yeah, pretty much nothing else. I list so much, but it's pretty much just this.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, yeah. Wishful thinking.
But I mean, it's a fun podcast sometimes.
Yeah, like a year ago.
Damn. Wait, what? All right, folks. You know how to get a hold of me, Brendan at dadsww.com. Of course, you can jump on the website. Send us a voicemail.
Chris.
Tell me what an ornery bastard I've been the last couple of weeks. I don't mind. It's fine.
Tell us what a dink you think he is.
Do it. Do it. I hear you, bitch. Of course, we're on all the socials. Hit us up, please. We appreciate any feedback. And of course, can't stand me, can't stand Tony, can't stand Chris. Hate mail at dadsww.com. I mean, he wasn't on this episode, but I mean, if you don't like him, we wouldn't mind hearing about it.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Yeah. So, and of course, we will make you laugh. We might make you cry. We most certainly, somehow, some way, make you a better parent. Thank you for listening. Later.
Peace.